Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy pretty gloomy day around here. Good and wet. Although, fortunately, I guess I should knock on wood. Um, all of that storm stuff that, had tornadoes out there in Texas. And I saw on the news this morning, it looks like they had some tornadoes, and I think some people were killed. In Louisiana somewhere, so uh, that's not good. But it looks like all we got was just a little bit of rain. I heard just a little bitty rumble of thunder a while ago. Now, maybe there's some more coming. I don't know. I don't think so. According to the radar, it looks like it's going to be clearing up here and by about lunchtime or something. So, anyhow, let's see who we got hanging out with us. Not a whole lot of folks over there today. Not many at all, really. Larry Galt's here. Says, looks like Dave is all wet. Yeah. Yeah, Jack just now got where he could go out and do his business. It's been sprinkling too hard for him. He's such a wuss. But he just did go out just right before we went live here. Marcelo's here. Good morning. Happy hump day, Marcelo. Gary Hammond's here. Hey, Gary. Kevin Els is here. Good morning. George Rothfuss is here. Good morning. Here's my sidekick, the Wolf Man. The Solar Man, Wolf Man. I got all kinds of names for him. There's Jesse. Jesse, hope you're doing well down there. You get some rough weather down where you're at. George says, second day of rain sent to Michigan from the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, I was looking at the radar. That band, man, it stretched all the way across the country. I mean, vertically. It was a pretty big mess. Troy's here. Good morning, Troy. Thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate those thumbs up, guys. Got to work on my project a little bit yesterday. Hopefully I'll be able to work on it a little bit more today and then get it finished up. Let's see. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Get it finished up on Thursday, and then I should be able to get it all edited and everything and have it out Saturday morning, I think. So if you like the videos I put out, be looking for that. If you don't, don't matter. The best for the sidekick name is the Wolfman. Yeah. Well, only when he's got his hair all fluffy. Sometimes if if he gets a haircut and runs a comb through it, he don't look like the Wolfman so much. But sometimes he does. On a rainy day, I guess if he gets the frizzies, he might look like the Wolfman. But anyhow, yeah, we were talking about the Onefinity machine yesterday morning, and right after we got off of here, before I got busy working, I went on their website and looked at the prices and stuff, and it looks like regardless of whether you get let me see if I can get this straight, the woodworker model, which is a 32 by 32 inch cutting area, I think, or the journeyman model, which is a 48 by 32 cutting area. Regardless of whichever one of those you get, it looks like, because I mentioned if I was going to get one of those, I would probably get it without the controller. It looks like the controller adds a little under $400 to it. And by the time you add, let's see if I can do the mathematics right. Yeah, that little 8-inch screen is a little over $100. So basically, if you get it, just got the mechanical parts and didn't bother with the controller, and that little touchscreen, you'd save just under $500. So, let's see. Nobody else noticed your changes. Yeah. Yeah, nobody did. I had to practically do a side by side before anybody else could get it. But anyway, still, like I said, I don't know that I would get another, or I should say, purchase another CNC. But I would like to replace that one with something else, whether it's something I build myself or purchase or whatever. So we'll have to wait and see. There's JR. How you doing, JR? Yeah, Ryan knew what it was. He knew all about it. But anyway, now JR, he's got, if I'm telling his story right, he started out with the woodworker model, I believe, and then upgraded to the journeyman. And he did something that I think is really cool, is he added a big touchscreen, which I'm a big fan of touchscreens if they're big, because I don't like the I don't like the little screens. I can't see those. But I do like JR's setup. He's got a really cool setup. And I don't know. I guess are you, JR? Are you still planning on putting another enclosure around the bigger one? Because I know you had a really nice enclosure around the woodworker model, and then it outgrew it when you upgraded. So George says, punch up the like button, folks. Yeah, y'all a bunch of slackers over there today. I tell you. Used to have y'all trained pretty good. I don't know what happened. I took that long break and then come back here. Nobody wants to hit the thumbs down if you want to. I don't care. Just some kind of something. You know, YouTube has changed so many things. They've now got it so they don't have people get butt hurt over how many dislikes they got. They got where you can see how many thumbs up you got, but you can't see how many dislikes you have without going through a lot of. I mean, I can still see it, but other people can't see it. And you know, what would be their logic for doing that? I don't care. I think they should switch it back and put it back on there. Yeah. Yeah, touchscreen. Yeah, that's true. But it's only 8 inches, and from the ones I've the unboxing and assembly videos I've watched, it seems like almost everybody, when they put it on that little mount right on that corner, they just kind of don't know if that's going to stay there or not. And I think you did the perfect thing by just saying, nah, let's go ahead and upgrade this and put a nice big touchscreen on it. You got it up higher where it's out of the way and stuff. I like that. Rob Schuster's in the house. How you doing, Rob? Good to see you. Gary says safe places for thumbs up. Yeah. I don't know. Just don't know about anything these days. Sure don't. Don't have any news to talk about. Mostly because I didn't really get to watch any news this morning because whenever the weather's crummy, I got to get out there and move that antenna around. I need to move it to the other corner of the house or something. Of course, the problem is, as I sit right here, north is kind of that way. And Atlanta is probably that way. Well, that's where all the stations are in Atlanta. So pretty much anywhere I put my antenna where my house is, it's got to go through a bunch of trees because there's a big stand of trees over there that are way taller than, some of them trees are probably 60, 70 foot tall. So it just depends. Some days I get really good reception, even when it's overcast, because I guess the signal's bouncing off them clouds and I get good reception. Other days, it's terrible. So I don't know. Either I might check out my antenna or probably time to buy another one. I don't know how long those things are supposed to last, but I'm just not interested in cable and YouTube, TV, anything that I have to pay for because I just don't watch it enough to pay anything for it. But when I do want to watch it, I like to watch it. I have watched a few. I don't like movies pretty much. Don't really like any kind of movie. But I do like documentary. I like to watch something and you learn something after you watched it. So they have some documentaries on the Amazon Video thing, which because I'm a Amazon Prime member, you get that free. So got to watch. I watched one the other day. I watched some weird stuff though. But I watched this thing, and I don't know, maybe any of y'all have heard of it. Probably not, because I hadn't heard of it. But the documentary was called Cannibal Island. So that right there would make you think, well, wow, I wonder what the heck that's about. But there goes my signal on here. Let's see if I can hit this thing and see what it's doing. Still looks fairly, nope, it disappeared. I'm probably too late. But anyway, I saw watching this thing called Cannibal Island, and it was about like in the 1930s where the Russians, Stalin, they were trying to get the communism thing going, and people, you couldn't do anything anyway. But they didn't like these peasants. They weren't any good. If you couldn't work hard for the communist state, they didn't even want you around. So they rounded up and arrested these people and shipped them off to, Russia's a big old place. It's like 1,000 miles east. They sent them on this train ride. And then they get out there, and it turns out that the train, and again, there's no, back then there's no cell phones and stuff. So it's all telegraph and stuff so they're letting the folks, the bad guys, I guess I'll say, the commandants and all that, they're letting them know that those people are on the way. Well, they go, well, wait a minute, we're not ready for them. They hadn't, but the whole thing was they were just going to ship these people to this place and say, okay, here's you some stuff, and do the best you can and try to build a little village or whatever. Well, they, since they got there early, they didn't have any place to put them, so they put like 6,000 of them on this island, and they had nothing. They didn't even have a spoon, a bowl. They had nothing. And, so can you imagine 6,000 people just being set out. And when I say island, you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? An island in Russia? It's like there was this big river and there was an island in the middle of this river. And, some of them would get logs and sticks and try to tie them together to make some kind of a raft, try to float down the river to escape, and they would just shoot them. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. And of course, another one of those things that I'd never even heard of that. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. That's just one of the weird documentaries I've watched lately. Let's see here. Klondike's here this morning. Hey. All right, now we got a bunch of folks watching over there and 9 thumbs up. Y'all got to get with it here. Hit something. Hit the dislike for crying out loud. Clyde says he's addicted to YouTube. I don't know whether I'm really addicted to it or it's just because I don't like to watch TV. And I don't want to pay for any pay cable channels or anything, because I don't, all professional sports, I'm down on all of those. They're worthless now. Ryan says, talking about Russia and they got them. Yeah. Okay, Clyde says, phone is okay. TV goes blank. Uh-oh. Ryan says, we are back. All righty. Yeah. Yeah, that was just one of the weird ones. But I watched another one. None of these are really good. So if you're looking for a little Wednesday morning pick me up, these stories that I'm gonna tell you are not any good. I watched another one, and this one's really, this kind of stuff just really ticks you off. But I guess there was some school, some private school in, I don't know, Charleston, I think it was in North Carolina, but I'm not positive. I think it was. And the name of the documentary, in case you want to check it out, it was on Amazon Video, was What Haunts Them. That was the name of the thing. Marcelo's saying, is anyone else having problems seeing Dave on YouTube? Mine cut out. I got YouTube open right here and I can still see me. So, it may be just, Clyde says he is too. I don't know. Maybe because I talked about the Russians, they're hacking me or something. I don't know. Anyway, this other documentary was about a private school. And I believe it was North Carolina. Oh, yeah. Well, that thing did come through, and it said my upload speed's 14. See, it's supposed to be 20-something. So it wasn't any good either. Let me hit that again and see what it is. Just my signal's just not as good in the morning as it is in the evening, I guess. And maybe it's just because there's more. Maybe my neighbor's stealing my bandwidth somehow, tapping in things. I don't know. But anyway, this woman who had graduated from that private school back in, I think, 82 or 83 or something like that, she started noticing this trend that in one particular class, there was about 6 men who used to be students, from the same class, that had committed suicide. And so she thought, well, that's a little weird. Why are these people committing suicide? And there was also some from other classes, different years, but not as many. But this one class had like 6 of them. And so she started doing some digging around, trying to interview the school officials and stuff like that. And they didn't want to talk to her and all this kind of stuff. And anyway, to make a long story short, and you can go watch it if you want. Like I said, it's called What Haunts Them. But apparently there was this old pervert teacher that was a pedophile, and he had been molesting and doing all kinds of stuff to these young kids, boys. And, and it was just, nobody was speaking up. But finally, this one guy said, all right, this is enough. It's embarrassing that it happened to me, but we got to put a stop to this. So he spoke up, and then he, I guess, supplied that woman with some evidence of some kind or something. And anyway, they finally got the guy put away. And then once they had him, they were in the documentary, they were showing him, interviewing him. And it wasn't just that school, it's all those, every place he'd ever worked throughout his whole life. He'd been doing that. So just really stuff to make you mad, I guess. But anyway, probably nobody here would like the same kind of stuff. See, I don't, the stuff makes me mad, but I like watching stuff because you learn about stuff when you watch documentaries. Some of them are kind of stupid. Now, I don't like the ones where they talk about UFOs and all that kind of stuff, because usually using the term documentary is pretty loose. It's more just, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's all factual there, but yeah. JR says I'm watching some dark stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about what's on the lineup of regular TV. I mean, just think about it for a minute. You got people who dress up in costumes where they hide their identity, and then they sing, and other worthless celebrities try to guess who they are. Is that entertainment? Not for me. Uh, you got the real winners on there. The Bachelor and the Bachelorette. I mean, come on. I mean, you think about what's on TV these days. It's crap. It really is crap. So yeah, I'll just keep watching my doc, and not all of them are dark. That's just two that came to mind that I've watched recently that were a little dark, but yeah, I mean the thing when I watched that one about the Russia thing, the Cannibal Island, I kept thinking, well, I can see all that. It's like when something like that happens, just like the Holocaust. You think, oh my gosh, how could this happen? And we've got to make sure it'll never happen again. But it will happen again because people don't learn from history. They just might happen right here in our country. You don't know. Oh man, Jack's. You can't see him. He's right there. He got excited this morning. It was trash day today, so I hear another trash truck coming down the street too. He's all set. You can't see him, but he's sitting there with his ears all perked up, looking. But thinking about something else too. I got thinking about something the other day. I saw, looking through Facebook, and saw a dog rescue thing. I'm thinking about I might get Jack a buddy. I don't know. I think he could probably use a buddy to play with. So Might, because I noticed when I was out there in the garage stuff, he's all excited when I say, "Come on, let's go outside." He'll jump right up. He'll go outside and he'll go sit down out there in the driveway or something. But when I start fiddling with that machine, I guess that noise bothers his ears. He's done. He's like, I'm done. I'm not sitting out there. Even though he could go farther away and it's not that loud. Now, if I go sit out there on my bench or something, he'll sit out there all day with me. But he don't want to be out there if I'm not, I won't say paying attention to him, but if I'm just not, but if I'm out there and he knows I'm working and doing stuff, he'll come on in the house. So I'm thinking I might need to get him a buddy. I don't know. I may have to think on that a while because that's a big. It's not like it costs that much more to have two of them than it does one. And Jack has, believe it or not, I mean, you wouldn't know it to look at him, but he does eat less than what he used to do when Rocky was here. But, all right, Marcelo's going to bail. I would say hit the thumbs up on the way out, but I know y'all won't, so because I know not many of you have hit it over there now. I'm a lab guy, Wolfman. I'm a mutt lab guy. As long as they got lab in them, that's what I like. They're the best dogs ever. I'm telling you, best dogs ever. Let's see here. Okay, I guess maybe Marcelo's bailing because he's having trouble getting stuff to work. Larry says, I don't watch none of that crap. I watch old TV shows where everyone is dead. Yeah, that's the best ones. The old Andy Griffith reruns and, I don't know. I mean, they were silly, the Beverly Hillbillies and stuff like that, but at least they were good, clean entertainment, not the crap that you see. Okay, Rob says, I am watching the thumbs up bounce between 6 and 14. Something is not right with YouTube. Well, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It don't matter. It don't matter. I just don't understand why somebody would come to watch something and then, if you say, well, hey, how about leave me a thumbs up? Leave a thumbs up, or you either like it or you don't. But just come here every day and then not do nothing. It's like, I mean, there's no, you don't have to, I guess, but help a brother out. Hit the thumbs up. Make me feel like I'm here for a reason, because I don't really need to be doing these. Jesse says he only sees one thumbs up. His, okay, well, maybe it's a YouTube. I show 15 over there now, but it was like 7 just a minute ago. Didn't have very many. But I guess my timer is going right now. And I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I'm going to be working on finishing up my project. I got a test that I want to run with my little gerbil stuff. I got some. I'd asked this question way before I got this gerbil thing. I'd posted a question and nobody knew the answer. So I figured, well, now that I got stuff, I'll just run my own little tests in it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, there's something going on then. So probably those pesky Russians messing with stuff. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody have an awesome Wednesday. Um, if you're a CNC person, and like I said, I think probably most all of you are, be watching. I'm gonna be posting something on Facebook. I got a something coming up where I want to do kind of I won't call it special, but it'll be a much different type of show, and I'm going to need y'all's help. So be watching for that, and let me know if you want to participate in that. So anyway, let me get out of here. Everybody have an awesome day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, I reckon. See ya.